Okay. Hi friends. Today is the 29th of May. May 29th is a Friday. I got a comedy show in a few hours. I just wanted to spend some time here talking today because, man, the world is in bad shape. Excuse me. As I talk right now, there's George Floyd protests going on all across America. In San Jose, they shut the freeway down. Here in Los Angeles, San Jose, Cleveland, there's a few places around the nation. Everybody is rallying. Once again, I mean, we've had this before, where a black man is killed, or a black person, woman, man, it don't matter, is killed by the police. Nobody really gives a shit, so people have to protest. The good news, well, there's a couple of factors, right? One is this dude's name is pronounceable, so there's no, you know what I mean? Like sometimes they won't really pump up Amadou Diallo the way they'll pump up George Floyd. You follow what I'm saying? Because Amadou Diallo sounds like a guy that deserved to get murdered by the cops, and then George Floyd sounds like an American name. But the truth is, those were both innocent people killed by the cops. It doesn't matter your name when you're dead by the cops. We got to remember his name though, man. George Floyd. He begged for his life, and nobody came to help him. That was that dude's last thoughts, was like, holy shit, I'm lying on the street and this cop is going to kill me. And then he died. Like, that was his last thoughts, man. I know that, look, I don't want to bore you. I'm not here to solve the race problem in America. I know I don't have a lot of credibility on the subject. To tell you the truth, it just gets me angry. And maybe that's because I grew up poor in America. Because when you grow up poor in America, you learn to judge people based upon the content of their character and not the color of their skin. But here in America, it's a little bit different. Also, I think we shot the guy that said that. So America's not really into racial unity. I don't know if you noticed. The good news, if there is that, this officer was arrested and charged with third-degree murder. Third-degree murder. You go out there, beat up an officer, put your knee on his neck and let him die in your custody. See if they charge you with third-degree murder. The one other sort of good piece of news, I don't know. I can't tell if we're moving towards or away from what's right anymore. It's hard to tell. But the good news is that the police unions across America have fundamentally distanced themselves from this guy and have said that his actions were wrong and no place in the police force. So that at least they're admitting that it was wrong, instead of victim blaming. Well, we know he was selling, loose cigarettes if it was Eric Garner, or this guy. They said that there was a forged check for Mr. George Floyd. Oh, a forged check. Death upon arrival. I don't, bro. When the white kid, I'll just call him Dylan. When the white kid Dylan went and shot all those people at the church, they arrested him peacefully. Arrested him peacefully. When that cop in New Jersey shot his wife in public, in her car, like he ran her car off the road and then shot her, and then sat there and then shot her some more like a half hour later. You know, it was incredible. These guys don't care about any lives. The only lives that matter to them is blue lives matter. Eek, man, it starts to really grind on the people that you're protecting, and you claim that you are better than them because you're their protectors. You see what I'm saying? Like, we hire the police to protect and to serve, but now that it's not 100% relationship, like when you find out that the cops will do you wrong, the cops will steal from you, the cops will murder you, how can you still have 100% faith in them? When you're a little kid, you believe in Santa Claus because you're not told he's fake. You're not told that he's just a figment of imagination used to sell more toys and to discipline kids and keep them in line. All you know is the reward system. If I'm good, I get this. If I'm bad, I get this. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't. Because Christopher's lost his mind. Look, I love you guys. Okay, I'm trying to make it funnier at the beginning, since people are only averaging 4 minutes in with me. So I'm going to try to make these a little shorter, a little better. I thought that longer and more research was the way, but no. Shorter and non-existent. A lot of times I question, why the hell am I even doing this? I don't know. Look, this George Floyd murder let's just call it what it is. It's going to be around for a long time. It happened in Minnesota, which is an amazing town. You know, you think that other towns aren't like you, but the truth is, man, we're all connected. We're all together. You know, we're all together. Police brutality, it should stop. You know, the problem is that they're not brutal to the people they should be brutal on, right? They didn't fucking put a knee on Jeffrey Epstein's neck when they went to arrest him, did they? Oh no, they didn't, did they? What about Bernie Madoff? They didn't break his orbital bone when they went to arrest him for doing millions of people wrong, did they? No, they didn't. All right. Look, that's me. I'm off my soapbox, all right? I know I'm not going to be the one that changes racism in America. Nobody is. Bro, look at ever since America started, there's been people telling Americans not to be mean pieces of shit. But we don't want to listen, bro. That's what makes America truly great, is that we are able to just, we're free to be pieces of shit. Like, that's what makes America great. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of pieces of shit, what a great segue. Let's just talk about Kylie Jenner for a second. Why? I don't know. Probably because we love it. America loves the Kardashians. We love bullshit. We love the fakeness. But why would anybody believe that this young woman is the first self-made billionaire in the world? Why would anybody believe that? What kind of horseshit logic do you have to be enjoying to see that in a magazine? Forbes called her the world's youngest self-made billionaire, and everybody scoffed. Well, today Forbes came out with a big thing that was like, we were wrong, we apologize. She's actually a lying cunt. Like, it was really funny the way they did it. She's only worth $350 million, and I'm like, that is a lot of money. Good for her, for whatever she's done. Transcribed the family pain into money. I don't know how it works. People ask me who's my favorite Kardashian. I say Robert. I don't know what else to say about that. So anyway, there's just a lot of, like, we got real stuff going on in the world, right? Racial shit, murders, real shit. But Forbes was like, oh, by the way, we don't want to let anybody know that we were duped, okay? We did our research. We looked at her tax files. She's a liar, because that was what's important to them. What we're learning in the lockdown, the blip, whatever you call it, what we're learning is that people still do whatever they want to do. Okay? Wife beaters are still out there beating their wives. People that are abusive to their kids are still abusive to their kids. Nobody took this moment to, like, reflect on their behavior and get better. Everything has gone negative. I don't want to focus on that, but you know what I'm saying? There's nobody that's gone to started the blip and now they're sober. Right? But there's tons of people that started this thing sober and then now they're backslidden, or now they're back to taking pills or doing whatever. Maybe they're taking hydrochloroquine. Alright. So what's my point here? What is your point, Christopher? My point is, we got real stuff going on. Let the adults talk. I don't ever want to hear about the Kardashians again. Please. Please. There's real stuff going on. Now that the important stuff's going on, can we all agree to not... Oh, no, we can't. Like, you go on YouTube today and it's like George Floyd protests, new angles of officer murdering man, check out my new facial tutorial. You know, like, that's what America loves. We want to know about the murders, and we want to know what's the best method for getting rid of this pimple. Like, that is incredible that that's the things that we love. Like, you know, if you want to be outraged, just go on social media. Just look at what's trending on Twitter. Anytime you want to just go and get crazy, you'll see. Also, I don't understand how the trending thing works on Twitter. Small rant. But, like, why are they going to show me a tweet with 200 retweets? That's not trending, bro. That's just... Alright. Shut up, Christopher. Nobody cares about how you can't understand Twitter, you idiot. Alright. Let's end on this. Oh boy, a lot of shit's reopening. A lot of it's reopening kind of fast. In the areas where there's no fear, you'll see a giant, COVID-19 will come back very strong. But in other areas, they're having problems getting people to come to the now open businesses. You know what I mean? Like I've been asking this whole time, what's it going to take for you to go back to Disneyland? What's it going to take for you? How many people in a restaurant will make it comfortable for you to go in and eat? Huh? I want to know. In Palm Springs, they're reopening. Some of the restaurants are reopening in Palm Springs. Now, The restaurant at the top of the list for reopening is not in Palm Springs. It's actually in Indian Wells. It's called The Nest. And The Nest is like a historical point of interest now in the desert. I remember going to The Nest when I was maybe 22, 24. You know, you go to work and people are like, oh, come meet me at The Nest afterwards. So we go to The Nest. I'm about 23. I try to walk in. They stop me at the door. They're like, oh, buddy, you're too young to come in here. I never got stopped. You know what I mean? Most places at the door, they let me see your ID. I want to make sure you're old enough to get in here. But this place was like, I want to make sure you're old enough to get in here. But not with your ID. Like, are you 40? I wasn't 40. But The Nest is a place where all the old people hang out. That's my point, dude. If one person goes into The Nest with COVID, like 150 people will get it, because that is the spot for the hottest 70-year-old women in America. If you want to know where the hottest, finest, best looking 60, 70, and 80-year-old people are, they are at The Nest in Indian Wells. They're there today. Oh my God. But Palm Springs is reopening. Here's the problem. They're reopening and it's going to be for locals because the tourists, like if you fly from Chicago to somewhere and then that's where you want to get off at the end of well, that's what you're doing, you know, it's the end of the quarantine, you want to go out in a little bit. Do you want to fly from Chicago to Palm Springs, spend money, go hang out, and then fly back to... You don't. That's the model for how to make money in Palm Springs. And that model is broken because there's not plane loads of people showing up every day. So for these guys to reopen and expect the same type of... They're like, well, my business is down so much. I mean, you've only been reopened for a day or two. How much, you know... Plus, you can't go to bars anymore. What? Like, that's how the world changes, right? When this other, you know, in the 80s you could go to the bars and get drunk. People used to drink on the way to the bar. But then the DUI laws caught up to us, and now that world no longer exists. I guess that's what I'm saying about COVID, is that old world no longer exists. And for all of us who are trying to find like a way to make it exist, it just looks bad. You know, I'm doing a Zoom comedy show tonight because there's no comedy in person yet. It's terrible. I cannot stand doing these shows. Only because there's no consistency. If you have the show where every comic was at, like if you was broadcasting from the Improv, and then every comic was at the Improv, that's what the Improv does right now, this Laugh Factory. Somebody does it every day at 2 o'clock. I'm not sure which one it is. It's not the Comedy Store. I think it's the Improv. But that makes it better, I think. So when we're able to at least go to the comedy club and at least the comics are able to stand on stage and perform and we'll have the cameras on us, then that'll be better than our homemade cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I know it sucks because I don't have a better format. But when I get a better format, you won't watch me then. I'll be sold out, baby. I'll be making the $7 an episode, that big money. All right, look, leave me alone. I guess that's it for the episode because the cat won't leave me alone. I gotta go feed her. Guys, thanks a lot. I love you all. I know that we're going through some weird shit right now. Thanks for listening to the end, by the way, if you're listening to this. I know that it's boring to listen to me, but really this is just like my personal journal to get stuff out. It's not really to try out new jokes or anything. It's really just to talk to you guys because I'm lonely. So there it is. All right? Give me a call. Come see me. What's up? Comedy show tonight. The cat is here. We're all here. We love you. Okay? We're rolling the credits. The credits are already rolling. Okay. Bye.